In this video, we're going to look at similar shapes. And I think you'll be really happy with similar shapes, especially if you're good at ratios and proportions. Because all it is a proportion. I've made something, I've stretched it a certain amount to make it proportionally the same. So, if the base of this picture was 3, let me switch colors, was 3, and the height was 5, and my mom wanted to order a larger picture of me, and so she wanted it to be 9 by, and she didn't know what it should be. Well, when we set up a proportion, we have to set up same to same in the same location. So 5 is in the same location as what number? It's in the same location as x when I compare the two shapes. Okay? So in shape 1 and then shape 2. In shape 1, 3 is the base and 9 is the base in shape 2. Now I have my proportion, so I can cross multiply. 9 times 5 is 45, and divide by the leftover number. Divide by 3. And that's because when I cross multiply, I really get 9 times 5 equals 3 times x. So 45 equals 3x, and doing algebra, to get x by itself, I have to divide by 3. 45 divided by 3 is 15. Now, some of you are really good, and you might have noticed, oh, 3 to 9, I multiplied by 3, so 5 times 3 gives me 15. That also works. If you think of it as in terms of I'm making an equivalent fraction. And equivalent fractions is something you studied in elementary school and in 6th grade. And it's a fact that will stick with you, a skill that you'll have to keep using. This works for any shape. So here I have a triangle. And let's say this side was 8, and this side was 7, and this side was 15. And I'm going to say this is x, this is y, and I'm going to say that this one is 12. Okay? So what I need to do is set up my proportion, and I look for ones that have good numbers. I have good numbers. So 8 is to 12. That's where I'm going to start. And I have 15 and I have x. I'm going to start looking for x first. So 15 over x. I'm going to do 15 times 12 and 15 times 12. All right, so 15 times 12. I'm not going to get out the calculator. Here we go. Carry the 2, 40. Oh, wait, I made a mistake. I only was supposed to carry a 1. All right, 30, placeholder, 5, 1. So 180. And I now have to take 180 and divide it by 8. So 8 goes into 180. Okay, so 8 goes into 18 2 times. That gives me 16. 8 goes into 20 2 times. That gives me 16. Decimal point because I'm at the end of the number. And then 8 goes into 40 5 times. So the answer for x is 22.5. Again, I'm going to use 8 equals 12 because I'm going to use my definites. And then I have 7 is to y. 7 times 12 is 84 because I know my math facts. I'm going to divide by the number I didn't use, which is 8. So I'm going to divide by 8. 8 goes into 8 one time. 8 can't go into 4, so put a 0. So 10 times 8 is 80. When I subtract it, the 4, bring down the 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times. So 10.5 is the answer for y. Very simply, you just do proportions. We just align same to same. Here we go. This time I have a pentagon. And I'm going to make this 7, and I'm going to make this 4, and this one will be 3. And over here, I'm going to make it a little bit easy one. I'm going to make this 28, and I'm going to make this x, and I'm going to make this y. So, look for ones where I have definite numbers. Okay, so this is going to start me off. The 7 over 28. I'm going to use this both for solving for x and for solving for y. This is going to be my starting point. Okay, going back to shape A and shape B. So A versus B. Okay, so 7 and 28. 7 is in the same location as 28. 4 is in the same location. 4 is in the same location as x. Cross multiply. So 4 times 28, I'll do my little work here. 2, carry the 3, 112. So 7x equals 112. I have to figure out how many times 7 goes into 112. Wait, did I do my math right? Yes, I did. Okay, just double checking. All right, so 7 goes into 112. Let's see, 7 goes into 11 one time. 7 goes into 42 6 times. So the answer for x is 16. Okay, let me pick a different color so you can see the work. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to do y. If you remember, my starting off point is going to be 7 equals 28, because those are my definite number and number. They both have a number in that location. Now, 3 is in the location of y, because now I have to look for y. So I wrote down my y. Y is in the same location as 3. Cross multiply, 28 times 3. 4, carry the 2, 84. 7y equals 84. How many times does 7 go into 84? Well, if you've memorized your math facts, you would say 12. Now, somebody else might have noticed 7 goes into 28 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. 3 times 4 is 12. But that trick doesn't always work, because if you look back here, we had 8 to 12. There's not an easy multiplication fact, 8 goes into 12. It's actually 1.5 times. Because if I take 1 whole of 8 and half of 8 is 4, that gives me the 12. It's 1.5. So in that case, it was much smarter for me to set up my proportion and do the math. I hope this helps you. Good luck practicing.